Hi guys, it's Mrs. Mills here. I'm going to talk to you a little bit about the parts of an experiment. We're going to focus on the different variables and the hypothesis for today first. Sorry about the shakiness of this video. Okay, first of all, we're going to start with reviewing the problem question. So remember that we define a question, it defines what the problem question defines what the experiment is about as a whole. It cannot be answered with a yes or a no, and it has to be presented as a question. So think in your mind what, how, why, and when. So for an example, you notice that a plant's leaves turn toward the window, sitting in it for a week. Then you can come up with a question. And here are several ideas that you can use. So why are the leaves turning towards the window? What is causing the leaves to turn towards the window? And how long does it take for the leaves to turn toward the window? All of those are good questions that lead to a scientific investigation, and none of them are answered with a yes or no. It is required for a science experiment. So now we're going to look at variables. There are 4 different types of variables that we focus on with a procedure. The first one is the independent variable, and this is the factor we are changing in our experiment. The dependent variable is the factor that is measured. This is what we're doing to gather our data or results. And constants are the factors that stay the same in an experiment. So constants, there are many different examples of constants that you should have. If you have less than 5 or 10 constants in your experiment, you need to go back and look again because you're probably changing more than one thing. Control is your standard for comparison in an experiment. When we're doing experiments, you always have to have a control. We have to have something to compare it to. And that's what that variable is. So we're going to focus on independent and dependent variables first. Okay? So an independent variable in a dependent variable is what we call a cause and effect relationship. Okay? They are dependent on each other for results, and they have to be dependent on each other to be considered reliable. There can only be one independent variable, but there can be multiple dependent variables in an experiment. So what that means is you can only change one thing, but you can measure lots of different things. So let's read the example below. What do you think is the independent and the dependent variables?